Canada firmly condemns the escalating violence, and we are heartbroken at the situation the Afghan people find themselves in today.
As we all watch the unfolding horrors in Kabul, in Afghanistan, let's remember that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau called an election instead of safeguarding our Afghan allies there. For years, the Trudeau government had been warned, both by Canadian soldiers who served in Afghanistan and by Canadian reporters like Joe Warmington, that we needed to get out Afghan civilians who served as interpreters to the Canadian forces during their 12-year mission there. And the Canadian government ignored those warnings year after year. Now that Kabul itself has fallen, Afghan embassy staff who served in the Canadian embassy are also in harm's way, and all of their families are in harm's way. Instead of following those warnings, instead of acting on them, the Trudeau government dithered and delayed. Now, of course, that Kabul has fallen, they're panicking and they're trying to get all those Afghan allies and their families out. But for many of them, it may be too late. And many of them are contacting reporters in Canada, like Joe Warmington, like the Toronto Sun's Brian Passafume, begging for Canada to help them and wondering why Canada has failed. Of course, on Sunday, when Kabul fell, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau wasn't thinking of them. He was launching an election that, according to the polls, 2/3 of the Canadian public doesn't even want. So now, belatedly, of course, we have to do everything we can to honor the promises we made to these Afghan allies that we would look after them. But it should never have come to this. This should have been done years ago. It wasn't done. And now our Canadian allies in Afghanistan are paying the price. I'm Laurie Goldstein of Sun Media. We're always interested in hearing your views, and please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and our YouTube channel.